guys, welcome to my channel. It's your boy Zach, and this is Zach Attack Reviews. Today I'm not doing a review, and today I'm not doing a reaction. You obviously clicked on the video, so you know what it is. I'm doing my top 10 list for the mid-year from January to June. Yes, we're already halfway through 2021 after 2020 took 30 years to finish. And today I'm going to be talking about the shows and movies I watched that I personally enjoyed. Not the best movies of all, not the perfectly crafted shows, just things that I really enjoyed and wanted to share with you guys. First off, before we get into the top 10, I just want to bring up two honorable mentions. That's Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead right on Netflix. I thought that it was a really entertaining zombie movie, even though it was flawed. And also on Netflix, Jupiter's Legacy. So a show that to me had one of the greatest origin stories for a superhero ever, but just had no real direction, and so that's why I definitely didn't make my top 10 list. So let's get right into the top 10. So starting with number 10, Netflix's Lupin. Yeah, I really like this show. Season 2 came out this year. I believe Season 1 came out early in the year. And it's a thriller show based on the gentleman thief Lupin. It's retelling that story, but in a modern setting. And it's led by an actor named Omar Sy. He is so charismatic and gravitating and so entertaining to watch go through his plots and how he steals certain things. And there's a fun story. There are some logical issues in the show where certain things happen where, like, why, if he's so smart, why did he do that? But the performances, the story overall, the supporting cast, I can see that as a nitpick more. I think you can gloss over that, though, some of the logical issues, because the story is so fun and so well written for the most part. So I think you guys should definitely check that show out. That's my number 10. Coming in at number 9 is another Netflix show, Trials of Europa. It's created by the same people that made the show that's also on Netflix and one of my favorite shows of all time, Dark. If you ever seen that, you know it's trippy as hell. And they go a different route. They don't go as trippy. They don't go as crazy as they did with Dark, where it was mind-bending everything. This is a show, a sci-fi post-apocalyptic show where Europe has been separated into different tribes after a pandemic. There's a lot of shows dealing with pandemics lately. The timing is crazy. And it's centered on these kids that live in the woods with their family, and they're cut off and sheltered from everyone else until one of the youngest kids decide to go off on his own and do something he shouldn't do and brings enemies back. And they get separated, and these three protagonists are plucked out of their sheltered world and get to see what's going on in all of Europe and all the different tribes and all the craziness that's going on. I really was enamored with the show. The tone of the show, surprisingly lighthearted. It's another show that's just like Lupin. It's foreign, it's German. Please watch it with the subtitles. The English voice cast is not great, but the sci-fi aspects of the show are very interesting. The action is really good, and the story is really good. If you've seen any of my reviews, I love when there's three converging storylines and they start to connect. This first season, you see each of the main protagonist storylines starting to converge. We didn't get there just yet because it's the first season, but I'm really interested to see where this story goes forward, and I think you should check it out. Coming in at number 8 is Sweet Tooth. Fun, smart, charming, surprisingly dark, very relevant to today. Another show dealing with a pandemic. What is going on? I guess they're being inspired, but this show adapted from a DC Vertical comic, so this is something that they must have thought of way before we did. But a lot of the ways the creators of the show adapted the story from the comic, it seems so relevant today. A lot of the conversations that's in the news, a lot of conversations you might be having with people are happening in the show, but that's secondary to the cast, the characters, the fantasy world that they built here that's still grounded at the same time. I really enjoyed the show. If you want my in-depth thoughts, I have a review for the season on my channel. The link will be in the description below and maybe up here somewhere. Coming in number 7 is Loki. Yes, the series is not over yet. We're 4 episodes in and we have 2 left to go. But I have been so surprised at how good this show is, despite episode 3 being a little weak, and I have a review for all the episodes of this series so far at 1 through 4, so you can definitely check that out. The link will definitely be below and may pop up somewhere here. But I always liked the character Loki. I always liked Tom Hiddleston as Loki, but he takes up another notch here. The supporting cast and the other characters in the show take up another notch, and the way they're expanding the world of the MCU is just, I couldn't believe it, because I thought that the shows weren't going to have anything major, and this show has something major. So if you're not watching it yet and you're being hesitant, don't be hesitant. Jump right in. We only got 2 episodes left, so you won't have to wait too long. It's just a couple of days away for episode 5. I really love this show, and definitely check out my reviews. Coming in number 6 is another MCU show, another Marvel show on Disney Plus, and it's Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This show means so much to me because Sam Wilson's Captain America is one of my favorite characters in the comic books, and I never thought he was going to be shown. I was sure that Cap was going to give the shield to Bucky, but they skipped that part of the comic, and it made sense. I didn't think Bucky was ready for it because of all the things that's happened in MCU, and I thought Sam influenced Cap the most if you watch each of the story arc, how Cap is going. And this series just showed, it didn't just give Sam the mantle, it didn't just give him the shield, it made him earn it. And even though I love the relationship between Sam and Bucky's redemption story, John Walker, U.S. agent, a character that I did not think I would like because I hate him in the comic books, really stole the show for me. And I really like Wyatt Russell as John Walker. I thought he did a great job making this. He could have been easily plain racist, white supremacist hero, but he was this gray area. You understand his motivations. You understand he's messing up. He's trying to live up to someone that can't even live up to their own mantle and being Captain America, and not realizing what is needed for that role. And I really liked it. If you want my in-depth thoughts, I have reviews for that show as well. The link, like I said before, links in the bio, might pop up here somewhere. Definitely, if you haven't seen Captain America and Winter Soldier, Falcon and Winter Soldier yet, please check it out. It's great. Coming in number 5 is Shadow and Bone, another Netflix series. Netflix is putting out a lot of great content, especially in 2021. I think they have a movie and a series coming out every Friday for the rest of the year, which is incredible. And this show, I wasn't too sure about it when I first saw the trailer and heard about it. It is adapted from a book, and a lot of adaptations are not good. I didn't personally read the book, but from people that I know that read the book said that the show adapted is really good, despite some changes that some people didn't like. But for not knowing any of that stuff, because I read comic books, and sometimes it does affect my opinion on the shows and the movies. But I went in here not knowing anything, and I was blown away about how great this show is. Yes, the first episode has some pacing issues, like I said in my review of the show. Link in the bio, maybe somewhere here. But once you get past that first episode, it takes off. The world building is great, the acting is great, the CGI is great, the action is great. It's just a great series, and I'm just really excited to see season 2. So definitely check out my number 5 pick, Shadow and Bone. Before we get into the top 4 picks, I just want to do a quick reminder. I do have a Patreon. The link will be in the description if you want to support. Also like, subscribe, and comment below how you like my top 10 list and how you like my reviews. And it's just $2 a month. You get a shout out a text shout out on my videos, and if you want a personal shout out, there's a $3 a month tier. Check it out if you can. If not, it's okay. Just leave a like. Coming in at number 4 is a show that inspired me to create this channel in the first place, because I wanted to talk about it week to week with my friends and also give my thoughts to people in the universe on YouTube or wherever in the internet that I could talk about it. And that is WandaVision, another Disney Plus Netflix series. Marvel has really been knocking it out of the park with these shows, to the point where it might harm the movies because just the runtime of movies can't give you this much character development. And these side characters that used to be, just there supporting the main character are now getting fully fleshed out and are awesome. And this show is amazing. Elizabeth Olsen's performance as Wanda is award worthy. I think she deserves an award for what she did in this show, playing different versions of sitcom characters. And Paul Bettany's vision was great. He was always great from Age of Ultron, but he really got to flex his muscles even more here, which I really loved. And Catherine Hong as Agatha, I want to see everything she's in now. And the supporting cast was just a mood. I really love this show. It was almost perfect, besides a character being set up for a boner joke. I think that will haunt the show a little bit. It really put a sour taste in my mouth when that happened in the last episode. But overall, I think from 1 through 9, the WandaVision is absolutely incredible, and I'm really excited to see where these characters move forward. I'm pretty sure you've seen the show before. If you haven't, check it out. Coming in at number 3 is Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm just going to start off. I'm a big fan of Zack Snyder movies to a fault. I get a lot of flack for it sometimes. But coming from Dawn of Dead, 300, Watchmen, Man of Steel, Sucker Punch. Yes, I know I said Sucker Punch. I like Sucker Punch. Don't get on me about it. Dawn of Justice. Yes, I like Dawn of Justice. Don't get on me about it. And now this, Zack Snyder's Justice League, is a 4-hour epic full of heart, action, amazing visuals, charismatic characters, fleshed out characters, unlike the 2017 movie, which, you know, when I originally saw it, I thought, oh, that was fun. It was a lesser version of the 2012 original Avengers movie. It's not what I wanted, but it's something. But after watching this, I almost wanted to throw out my copy of the 27 movie. I absolutely love this movie from beginning to end. Yes, there are issues with the movie. There's a lot of slow-mo. There's a lot of scenes that probably don't be needed, but Zack Snyder's storytelling is through visual cues, and there's a lot of things that people think you might not need, but then if you take it out, it takes away from some of the characters. I think if you haven't gotten a chance to watch this, if you can't do a 4-hour sitting, which I thought I couldn't, but I sat down, I powered through, and it went by so fast, so the pacing wasn't that bad. Just watch an hour a day. Watch each chapter a day, and you probably sit down and watch 2 chapters like, you know what, let me just finish this. It's a great movie. I'm sad that it looks like the Snyderverse is probably ending. Restore the Snyderverse, please. But I'm glad that we got his original vision. He deserved to make this and release it to the world. Check it out. Oh, also, messing up here, that movie was actually one of my first reviews on this channel. It was actually my first review. The link will be in the bio. It's not really good. It was bad editing, bad formatting. I've come a long way from then, but still check it out anyway to see where I've come from and some of my thoughts on the movie. Coming in at number 2 is Invincible. I wrote a script for this part, and I can't remember these words, so I'm going to read it off my phone. Don't worry about it. So Invincible is impeccable, intriguing, incredible, inspiring, and an instant classic. I ran out of adjectives that start with I. If you smart people watching this can, drop some more about how great Invincible is, you'll gladly appreciate it. Comment below how you feel about the show. I could not believe how good this show is. I've heard for a long time from one of my friends, Jay, that Invincible was one of the greatest comic books, if not the greatest comic books ever created. And I was like, yeah, people say that a lot of comic books. And when I heard the show was coming out, I saw the trailer. I was like, okay, it looks cool. The animation doesn't look that great, but the voice cast looks great. And then I watched the first episode, and I was like, oh, I really, really like this. This reminds me of Spider-Man, but if he was Superman's kid. It intrigued me like that because 2 of my favorite superheroes, Spider-Man, Superman. And then the ending happened of the first episode, and I was like, whoa, okay, this is like a little mixture of The Boys, which is another great Amazon show. And then each episode just kept going, and it was really, really good. Just one after another. I fall in love with the characters. And then when the finale came in, and you can see my review on the finale and some of the episodes, the link will be in the bio and somewhere up here maybe. I thought nothing was going to be able to top this show for me. I thought it would be my number 1 for sure. I love this show so much, but it wasn't. It just missed out. And we're going to talk about my number 1 right. So my number 1 show my number 1 thing, period, movie show that I've seen this year, and it's not the show's not even done. We still got 4 more episodes. It's Superman and Lois. What? Yes, I know. A show that's on CW. Yes, I know. A show that's in the Arrowverse. I must be crazy, right? But no, Superman and Lois is absolutely incredible. If you are a Superman fan, this is the best adaptation that we've had at Superman. It adds to the mythos of the character while honoring past adaptations. It has the visual style and action of Man of Steel. It has the warmness and quirkiness of Richard Donner's Superman story. And it takes elements from the comics and the 90s TV show, which I think is super underrated. And the cast is incredible. Tyler Hoechlin is Superman. He may not look like your prototypical Superman, but he is the best one that we've gotten so far. I love Henry Cavill as Superman in the Man of Steel movies and going forward, but he's used more as a plot device and not a character. And this Clark Kent Superman has a character. They understand all 3 versions of this character. He's Superman, he's Clark Kent, he's also Kal-El. And the actor knocks out of the park. And Elizabeth Tulloch as Lois is the best Lois that we've gotten so far. And obviously they get the honor of doing a long show. You get to flesh these characters out, but that's what these shows need. This is what comic book shows and adaptations need. They need shows. Movies are just not enough for certain characters, and I think that this show is really, really good. I love the kids. I love the supporting cast. I love the twists. Some mind-blowing twists. There's emotional moments. This gave me one of my favorite moments of the year when me and my mom was watching it, and I cried. I cried, and we both cried. It was great. This show is just incredible, and I think everyone should check it out. If you're a Superman fan, like I said before, it's a must-watch. If you're not a Superman fan, still check it out. There's something here for everyone. I've converted some of my friends to Superman and Lois fans, and they really love the show as well. So that is my number one for the year. Please let me know in the comments what your list is. What's your top 10 list? If you want to make a top 10 list of shows, want to make a top 10 list of movies, if you want to combine it and make a top 20 list, please let me know things that I may have missed, because there's a lot of shows and movies I didn't get to see this year, like Raya and the Last Dragon, Cruella, Mortal Kombat, and Godzilla. Those things just kind of missed me. Comment those below what you like. I definitely would like to hear your recommendations, and at the end of the year I hopefully get to do a top 10 series list and a top 10 movies list and really give you my thoughts. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can stay tuned and be notified of my next video, and as always, peace.